Hello and a very warm welcome. You're tuning in to Bundesliga Banter, your weekly fix of all things Germany's top flight football. I'm your host Kabir Naqvi, and we're kicking off with a bang this week. Fastest goal of the season so far, and Bayern Munich's very own Luis Diaz just rewrote the record books for the club. Lightning speed that left the defenders in the dust. And Rookie of the Month, you may ask. We'll say hello to Hamburg's rising star and Tottenham loanee, Luca Vuskovic, making waves and turning heads across the league. And as Bundesliga takes a quick breather after match week 6, let's dive into the fun side of the game, catch the Bayern stars letting loose at the Oktoberfest. First up, Bayern Munich continue to make headlines, and not just for their winning run. In match week 5, it was Harry Kane grabbing all the attention, becoming the fastest player to score 100 club goals across top 5 European leagues. And now it's Luis Diaz in the spotlight. After scoring the fastest goal of the season in Bayern's 3-0 win over Eintracht Frankfurt, the Colombian struck just 15.33 seconds after kickoff. 15.3 seconds after kickoff, that's right. And putting Bayern ahead almost instantly in their weekend clash. It's the fastest goal of the Bundesliga season so far, though not a club record for the defending champions. In fact, at least 3 other Bayern players have scored even quicker openers. Just last year, take a look at some of these statistics. Just last year, Jamal Musiala netted Bayern's 3rd fastest goal across all history in the Bundesliga, scoring just 15.02 seconds into their match against Bundesliga newcomers Holstein Kiel. And Musiala took the kickoff himself, and after a long ball from Manuel Neuer and a couple of headers, the young star made it 1-0. That goal remains Bayern's fastest away goal in Bundesliga history. Second on the list is on the all-time Bayern list is German football legend Lothar Matthäus, who scored just 13.4 seconds into the final match day of the 1985-86 season. That match took place against Borussia Mönchengladbach. It was a title decider. Some of those visuals on your screens as well. About 13.4 seconds. That's the strike that Matthäus had to make. And Bayern needed a win to overtake Werder Bremen. Matthäus opened the floodgates with a goal in under 14 seconds, setting the tone for a 6-0 demolition. But next up on the list, the fastest goal in Bayern's history came even quicker than that. Faster than many 100-meter sprinters. Johan Elber scored just 10.88 seconds into a match against Hamburg SV in January 1998. The Brazilian latched onto a long ball from Mario Basler, legendary names, broke free from his marker and nodded the ball past the goalkeeper, giving Bayern the perfect start to that particular year. And since then, players like Kevin Volland, 9.43 seconds, and Karim Bellarabi, 9.32 seconds, have set faster Bundesliga records. But for Bayern, Elber's lightning strike still leads the club's history books. Now add Luis Diaz's name to that particular prospect. Meanwhile, whilst we're talking about Luis Diaz, who's making Bayern Munich forget the price tag that they paid to bring him this summer. In his first season at Bayern Munich, in just a couple of first games, about 6 matchday weeks, Diaz has silenced the doubters altogether. After his move from Liverpool in the summer, many questioned the club's decision to splash big money on 28-year-old winger. But the Colombian is quickly proving that investment was worth every particular cent and penny. A major gain for Bayern, and whilst it's a major gain for Bayern, needless to say, it's a massive loss for Liverpool. Luis Diaz arrived in Germany with a winning pedigree, having already claimed league titles in Colombia, Portugal and England with Atletico Junior, Porto and Liverpool respectively. And last season, his most prolific to date, recording 13 goals and 7 assists as part of Liverpool's Premier League winning campaign under Arne Slot. Now Bayern Munich made Luis Diaz their 3rd most expensive signing ever, behind only Harry Kane and Lucas Hernandez. Early reactions reportedly saw Liverpool fans laughing at the eye-watering fee, but now, well, who's laughing now? It's Bayern fans who are grinning. Diaz has been electric, firing Bayern to the top of both the Bundesliga and the UEFA Champions League. And he's delivered 5 goals and 4 assists in just 6 league appearances, averaging a goal contribution nearly every hour on the pitch. Mind-boggling statistics. But it's not just his attacking output that stands out. Diaz is a relentless worker off the ball as well, pressing high and winning possession back regularly. He's averaging over 4 shot creating actions per game and has won 47% of his particular duels. Impressive numbers for a slender winger under 6 feet tall. Who's laughing now? Well, Bayern's gain seems to be Liverpool's loss. And while going into the international break with an all-win record, each of Bayern Munich team members had earned them the right to enjoy the Oktoberfest. Here are some glimpses from the fun-filled event and how coach Vincent Kompany and star striker Harry Kane look forward to some leisure after weeks of hard work. Some of them enjoying, the Oktoberfest as well. Here are some reactions from the star striker and his manager.
It's culturally important for the club, so we'll be there, we'll enjoy, we'll have a beer, and we'll spend time with our families. And I said to your colleagues, we would have done it no matter what. You know, I think we have to separate things. This is performance. We're happy with the performance. Tomorrow it's family and a bit of culture, and we'll enjoy it.
It's going to be a good day. You know, I think it's the last day tomorrow, so it's been on now for a few weeks, and this is the first time I'm going. So obviously with the team, with the family, we'll be
with a win.
And with a win. You don't want to be there when you've just lost the day before, that's for sure. So important victory today.
You don't want to be there if you've lost just the day before. And thankfully for Harry Kane, he's been breaking records, and well, winning doesn't seem to be a problem for Bayern Munich or the English skipper. But time now for our favorite part of Bundesliga Banter, the fantasy team of the week. The match day 6 lineup is stacked with firepower. Let's throw those figures and names here for you to really understand what names you should be picking up ahead of match week 7. From Bayern's Luis Diaz to Stuttgart's Bilal El-Khanous, this team has pace, it has precision and pure points power if you're looking at the fantasy league. Let's start with between the sticks. You had Diane Ramage of Heidenheim with 286 points, pulling off saves that kept fantasy managers smiling. In defense, Dortmund's Jan Kuoto, Stuttgart's Jeff Schabo, and Maximilian Mittelstadt making up the 3 right at the back. 2 of them from VfB Stuttgart, and in totality 3 players from VfB Stuttgart in the fantasy team this time around. All rock solid at the back. Stuttgart, by the way, dominating this week's backline like I just mentioned. Moving up to the midfield, it's raining talent over there as well. Augsburg's Mert Komor, Leverkusen's double dynamite Malik Tillman and Alex Garcia right in the center of that midfield, and of course Stuttgart's own Bilal El-Khanous, who not only scored the winner versus Heidenheim but also bossed the duels with a 74% success rate. And up front, this trio was unstoppable. Take a look at some of those names. You've got Wolfsburg's Dagim, Hamburg's Ryan Philippi, and Bayern's man on fire Luis Diaz, who had a dream game, 2 goals, 1 assist, and the fastest strike of the Bundesliga season at just 15 seconds. Fastest league strike so far. From tactical brilliance to fantasy dominance, this 11 that you're seeing could be your blueprint for match day 7. So fantasy managers out there, note down these names before you log in your next lineup. If you can clearly see, Harry Kane is not on this particular read and lineup. All right then, VfB Stuttgart's fairy tale run in the Bundesliga. We saw the back line. You also have another El-Khanous who's already there. But VfB Stuttgart's fairy tale run in the Bundesliga has hit a serious speed bump. 3 straight wins, 4th on the table, and a team brimming with belief, and now suddenly they're staring at double blow that could derail that rhythm. Why I'm saying this is because Ermedin Demirovic, Stuttgart's leading goal scorer, has this season scored 3 goals. He's out injured, and not just injured, fractured metatarsal injury. And what makes it even more astonishing is that he played through it the full 90 minutes against Heidenheim with a broken foot. The team got the win, but at a painful cost. And as if that wasn't enough, Stuttgart's other frontline warrior, Dennis Undav, is still recovering from a knee injury he picked up way back in match day 2. So 2 of Stuttgart's biggest attacking outlets gone, both their target men, both their finishers, both the players who turned possessions into points. Well, now, the timing couldn't be worse. Stuttgart were finally beginning to look like a side capable of punching above their weight. Their recent form, 3 wins on the bounce, had fans daring to them. But take a look at this. Head coach Sebastian Hoeneß will have to reach deep into his tactical toolkit. Sporting director Fabian Wogelmuth has already said it. We'll need improvisation and creative solutions. That means sharing the scoring load, testing new systems, maybe even reinventing how this team attacks. And for now, Stuttgart's fans will have to hold their breath, because until Undav and Demirovic are back on their feet, Stuttgart's rise might depend less on goals and more on grit. These two players, well, now that they're absent, seems to be a problem for VfB Stuttgart. And at this point in time, one has to really understand and look at how these two players, who are actually the firepower, people who are actually converting possession into points, now that they're out, Sebastian Hoeneß has an uphill battle that's been pinned on his task. Now the countdown certainly begins as well. Whilst we're wrapping up this segment of Bundesliga Banter, let's tell you about the big matches that are about to come. Bayern Munich, serial champions, built on legacy, precision and unrelenting hunger, take on Borussia Dortmund, the black and yellow storm, fearless, youthful and burning with ambition.
Times change, but der Klassiker remains. Where legends rise, this is football as it's meant to be.
Well, this is no ordinary match. It's history on repeat. You've seen some of those visuals as well. A rivalry carved in passion and pride. From Munich's cold efficiency to Dortmund's electric rebellion. The clash is inevitable. Take a look at that. 29 wins for Bayern Munich, 14 for them, about 11 draws in the middle. Goals scored about 112, 68 on their side, 2.5 goals in 100% of their home games. And whilst they take on an away match, since they're going to be traveling to the Allianz Arena, 2.5 goals in 33% away games. That's the statistics. But then again, this is the hungry BVB Borussia Dortmund side. 100% clean sheets at home for Bayern Munich, 115 goal advantage over Dortmund when they're playing, and the league position seems to be first. 67 clean sheets away, another statistic that they could be proud of at the moment, but 115% fewer goals than Bayern, and the league position is second. So it's all to play for over here when we're talking about Bayern Munich taking on Dortmund. Take a look at that. 2 draws, 6 wins, 2 wins. These are the last 10 meetings that we're looking at. So Bayern Munich remain dominant in attack, consistent in their form, and Borussia Dortmund certainly going to be looking to turn the tide. And tactics will clash, tempers will rise, and moments will define careers for sure. Fans across the world will stop and watch, because when Bayern meets Dortmund, the world doesn't just witness football, it witnesses their Klassiker.
Stadiums got bigger. Hairstyles got shorter. Change surrounds the game. But der Klassiker remains. Where legends rise and fans carry history. This is football as it's meant to be.
All eyes on Der Klassiker. I'm certainly excited. But hey, you know, people have been drawing comparison as to how, energetic and enthusiastic this year's Bundesliga has been, and comparing that simultaneously with how Premier League fans enjoy the sport back in England. From Bayern's big deal to Bundesliga's rising star, this season, the Bundesliga is once again shining the spotlight on its rising stars as well. Let's first speak about Rookie of the Month award. And that, for the month of September, the honor goes to Hamburger SV's Luca Vuskovic, who prevailed over FC Union Berlin's Ilya Zansa and Jona Bakayoko of RB Leipzig to claim the title. A late arrival in Hamburg just before the transfer window closed, Vuskovic has already made a big impression. The Croatian defender announced his arrival in style, scoring the opening goal in Hamburg's 2-1 win over Heidenheim, marking the club's first Bundesliga goal since their relegation back in 2018. Thanks to Vuskovic, they scored again. Vuskovic has etched his name onto the club's history as the third youngest Bundesliga goalscorer ever for Hamburger SV. Rookie of the Month is picked through a system to celebrate brightest young talents in Bundesliga throughout the season. Winners are determined through a combined voting system where 40% weighting comes from the fans themselves, unlike what happens elsewhere. And Bundesliga clubs control 30% of the vote share, whereas the remaining 30% is determined by a panel of league experts. And to be eligible for the Rookie of the Month award, a player must be under 23 on the season's opening match day, must not have started a Bundesliga match in any previous season, and must have played fewer than 450 total Bundesliga minutes before the current campaign. These criteria ensure that true newcomers get the chance to shine, and each monthly winner receives a prestigious Bundesliga trophy, along with a shot at the ultimate prize, the Rookie of the Season, finally. But Rookie of the Month for September goes to Vuskovic, the Tottenham loanee at Hamburger SV. Well, is the Bundesliga starting to outshine the Premier League? I asked that question just a short while ago. That question gained momentum after Hamburg's Albert Sambi Lokonga praised the electric atmosphere in Germany's top flight following his team's 4-0 win over Mainz. The Volksparkstadion was alive with noise and passion as Hamburg, previously the Bundesliga's lowest scorers, came alive. Lokonga scored on his first start, followed by a Ryan Philipp double and Jean-Luc Dompe strike, pushing Marin Poulsen side onto the top half of the table. But beyond the goals, it was the energy in the stadium that stood out. Lokonga, with over 50 Premier League appearances for Arsenal, Crystal Palace and Luton, did not hold back in comparing the two leagues. He said, and I quote, "It's definitely louder here than in England," the Belgian international said so. And people are singing all the time, it's sensational. Whilst the Premier League is known for its global following and star power, the Bundesliga may be winning hearts with its fan culture and raw stadium experience. Hamburg now heads to the Red Bull Arena to face RB Leipzig, where the atmosphere promises to be just as intense. So is the Bundesliga better than the Premier League? If you ask Sambi Lokonga, the answer is already ringing loud and clear. All right then, that's all the time we have for you in this edition of Bundesliga Banter. Mind you, 18th of October, 10 p.m. Indian Standard Time is when the Der Klassiker takes over. You can expect us to bring you a review and a preview of all the good and upcoming matches as well. Keep a lookout for the fantasy team. The blueprint was already shown to you. Luis Diaz seems to be working out for Bayern Munich. If Harry Kane isn't working out, or if he gets injured, you have Luis Diaz. He's shown that he's worth every penny that's been spent on him. That's all the time we have for you. And before we let you go, well, here's again a quick look of all the top 4 fastest Bundesliga goals from Bayern Munich players. Many thanks for watching. Take a look.
15 seconds. Neuer, who could equal Thomas Müller's Bundesliga record of 362 wins if Bayern do win. Here's Gnabry. That's not the best clearance from Frankfurt. And Luis Diaz. And right from the kickoff, Bayern have struck. 15 seconds. And it's a remarkable opener for Luis Diaz. Neuer, who could equal Thomas Müller's Bundesliga record of 362 wins if Bayern do win. Here's Gnabry. That's not the best clearance from Frankfurt. And Luis Diaz. And right from the kickoff, Bayern have struck. 15 seconds. And it's a remarkable opener for Luis Diaz.
Bereit. Zweifel an ihrem Sieg gegen Mönchengladbach zerstreuten die Bayern bereits ganze 16 Sekunden nach Anpfiff. Zuspiel von Wohlfahrt und Matthäus 1:0. Zuspiel von Wohlfahrt und Matthäus 1:0.
Überfordert schien die Herthaner von Beginn an. Der Abschlag von Bayern-Keeper Oliver Kahn nach nicht einmal 3 Minuten. Giovanni Elber auf dem Weg zum 1:0. Schön für den Torschützen. Schlecht für Gegenspieler Sverrisson und die gesamte Hintermannschaft. Giovanni Elber auf dem Weg zum 1:0. Schön für den Torschützen. Schlecht für Gegenspieler Sverrisson und die gesamte Hintermannschaft.